Morning, all you wacky wallabies. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. It's Thursday, March 29th. We're just getting started. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Bit of a restless sleep last night. The wind was really howling, and there's these tarps over these three-sided shelters, and the tarps just kept flapping in the wind all night. So anyway, we made it through. Big day today. We are crossing both the 200-mile mark, hopefully I'll see it, and also reaching Kleeman's Dome, which is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. And we're going to do that probably within the next couple hours, so fingers crossed the sun stays out. It's supposed to be pretty overcast today, but we might just have a bit of a window, so who knows? We'll definitely show it to you either way, but big day today. Gonna do about 15 miles. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Hikification. So we start today at Silers Bald Shelter at mile 195, and we move to Icewater Spring at mile 210 for about a 15-mile day. Start of the day has a lot of climbing, going up to Kleeman's Dome, which is the highest point on the Appalachian Trail. Something I'm really excited to see at mile 199.6, just shy of 200 miles. We should also mount Mount Collins, and then go into a bit of a downhill through Indian Grave Gap and eventually winding up at Newfound Gap. Ending the day, though, with a final climb up to Icewater Springs Shelter, and that will put a nice 15-mile on the day. And that will put 15 miles on the day.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin,
Ran into this little section of forest where the evergreens are out. Reminds me more of the forest back home. Well, it's been beautiful up till now. The trees have looked pretty dead, mostly due to lack of foliage. So it is nice to see a little spot of green. I know we're going to have lots coming soon, but a little early indication. Definitely a very different change of scenery. I like it.
This morning has so clear a light as any to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind
Here we are at Klingham's Dome, the highest point on the Appalachian Trail.
Today and not tomorrow, there's no time.
Walk up the path and take to the top.
Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day to tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today, well, something's gotta give. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today.
So I couldn't talk because it was pretty windy up there, but the views sure were impressive. Well worth the climb. And I guess literally it's all downhill from here. Okay, that is totally cliche. So the afternoon's staying decent, the rain's holding off, but it is going to come tonight. It's quite a view. It's been really a great day. I would say it's the first time where I actually felt like I was in the woods. So we're coming down the mountain, down to Newfound Gap. And this reflects a bit of a planning error on my part. I'm trying not to over-plan things. This can be a challenge for me. And as such, coming into the Smokies, I started with kind of the generalization of 12s. 12, 12, and 12. Which would have put today topping Klingham's Dome and actually finishing at the shelter that we just passed. And the original plan, based on that premise, was to then do a Nero from Newfound Gap into Gatlinburg. Lo and behold, last night, I'm doing a little bit of re-referencing, and because of that 18-mile day, it threw things out of whack a little bit. And that original premise was still in my head though. And so as such, last night I realized, damn, I'm gonna be at Newfound Gap at about 2:30. The next day, I've made no arrangements for hotels, etc. And I had no cell service. And at the same time, if I were to still go with the plan of heading into Gatlinburg, I wouldn't be getting in there till about 3 or 4, which kind of negates the Nero. It may have necessitated a 0 day, which I don't want to do at this point. And so I've reassessed, re-looked at my food. I probably got another 3-4 days on the outskirts worth of food. And so I actually think I'm going to push past Newfound Gap into Indian Spring Campground tonight. And at the end of the Smokies is a hostel called Standing Bear Hostel, where you can do some resupply as well. At least enough to get you to Hot Springs. And so that's the new plan. The new plan to skip the mid-Smokies exit, kind of hike right on through, and see where it takes us. It does say, however, that I may need to rebalance my winging it versus planning attitude, because it was a bit of a surprise last night. Ugh. Anyway, live and learn. I should mention the only big question mark is whether I'm going to have a chance to upload any more videos from the trail, or if my currently scheduled videos are going to run out before I get the next one on. The other thing that might be interesting is my battery power. This will push it to 5-6 days, and yeah, I haven't tested it that far yet. So, who knows? Here we are at Newfound Gap. It's a bit of a madhouse. There's lots of people out for a hike. Just trying to get you out of the wind. Okay, so let's do the wrap up for Thursday, March 29th. Really good day. Got a good early start around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Bit of an uphill up to Kleeman's Dome, but managed to get to the top of Kleeman's Dome while still seeing the sun. Gorgeous views, all told, and a pretty significant downhill, and then just a series of ups and downs today. Did about 15 miles, feeling good. Newfound Gap was crazy. The last 3 miles coming up to the current shelter at Ice Creek Shelter was a lot of uphill, but it was a bit surreal because with how busy Newfound Gap was, you were constantly passing these day hikers, all fresh in their running shorts and shoes, and here I am plugging my way up the hill, trying to catch my breath, and they're just jolly coming down. Interesting tidbit on yesterday's stay in the shelter, actually stayed with Pappy. Pappy is an 89-year-old, I believe, through hiker attempter for this year anyway, but he is already a triple crowner. So he's going for the oldest person to hike. Great shape, really nice guy. Unfortunately, didn't get him on camera. Anyway, that's it for today. Till next time, hike on. And this is the shelter we're going to be staying at.